you take this message back to your friends. You cannot be better until your roots goes down. You must, I say this, that you need to make sure that your roots goes deeper, and then over time you bear fruit up. Does that make sense? So for the season of your life, because it's easy for you to watch this video and everything they say I am, and I'm trying to do, and you call it is grace, is luck. There's nothing lucky about it. I've been in business for about 20 years now. I've owned a registered company for the last 15 years. And for information, it was not easy at the beginning. It didn't work out. I was in Redeem Camp yesterday speaking at a conference. Eh? Okay. I was in Redeem Camp yesterday, and I was telling them that 15 years ago, I used to come to Redeem Camp every first Friday to sell popcorn. Every first Friday. In fact, Pastor Larry is a very good friend of mine. While he was, graciously dropped me here, I think he's the House on the Rock pastor here. And I was telling him of, was it 2008 experience, right? I came with bags of popcorn. I had borrowed money, right, to do popcorn business. I got Coke, and then it rained just like this, right? I ran into losses. At the end of the day, it was another disaster. And I'm saying this so that young people know that there's nothing wrong if you try things and it's not working. Are we learning at all? Your friends may mock you. It's a matter of time. They will soon know that you will be ahead of them. Yahoo started when I was in the university, doing our sets. And I watched my friends that were together looking for Gary and granuts suddenly buy car, suddenly build their house on campus. And I remember saying to myself one day, the moral training I got from home cannot allow me to do Yahoo. But one day, right, I will stand shoulder to shoulder with these guys who are doing Yahoo, and I will not be less. My intention was I will not be less. Ladies and gentlemen, can you compare any Yahoo boy to me now? Right? And I have peace of mind on top. With all the gra of Osh Poppy, he didn't live in Burj Khalifa. I live in Burj Khalifa today, the tallest building in the world. In the same Dubai. And I did it intentionally because I knew how he stained the name. In fact, when I started doing video content in Dubai, they used to call me Osh Poppy. People just comment. Because he has practically tarnished the image of any Nigerian doing well to literally mean that you must have done something fraudulent. Are we learning at all? And this is why I tell people, some of us have to make being successful a project, not even because we need the money, but because it will go a long way in changing our reputation that is so bad internationally. I've done business at the highest level, and once you flaunt that you're a Nigerian, everybody takes 2 steps backward just because you're a Nigerian. The fear is palpable that we are not sure we can trust you just because you're what? This is why more Nigerians must succeed, so that we let people know that the few bad eggs do not define us. Oh, I thought I would have people with excitement here. The few bad eggs do not what? They do not define us. We are all not criminals. Do you agree with me? Or are you one? Come on, talk to me. Are you one? We are all not Yahoo. Are you one? A lot of us work day and night legitimately to build something great. I got back to Nigeria 3 days ago, landed in Abuja airport, didn't sleep practically, landed 4 a.m. Went straight to our new estate in Abuja. From there, got to my speaking engagement. Yesterday again, woke up, slept I think about 1 a.m., woke up 4:30, off to the airport, came to Lagos, did my speaking engagement till the night. Some of us put legit, come on, you can clap well if you want to clap. And when people say to me, how come you work this hard? I say, if I don't do it now that I'm a young man, when will I do it? You see, there is beauty in your strength. And that's one of the things that hurts me the most. That the most productive generation is wasting away in this country. Because the type of energy you have today, you will not have it when you are 60. You will not have it when you are 70 or when you are 80. My friend Pastor Larry was telling me when we were coming here that, you know, somebody said to him, he said, now you are 50, Larry. You have come to the half of your life. He said, at 60, you have come to the regretting stage of your life. So in other words, you have 10 years, if you are not careful, to correct things. Else, in your 60, you begin to regret. Oh, I didn't have enough time for my kids. Right? Or I didn't build my life well. Or I decided to have 20 children in different places. In fact, the two of us started laughing. That's one thing I thank God for. Right? I remember saying to somebody, I said, imagine with all the massive expansion we are doing, I should be having children up and down. That is why we destroy that empire when I'm gone. We need to start thinking transgenerational wealth. Right? We need to start thinking what? Transgenerational wealth. It's important that you and I know, and I'm here to talk about mindset. I'm told that's what to teach you about. And the first mindset that you need to work on is that anything is possible. Did you hear me? Anything is what? Is possible. You have what it takes to be anyone that you want to be. It is absolutely possible. And I'll share a story to encourage you on this. Growing up as a young child, one of the biggest problems I had was that my parents were tenants. And every year, our landlords always increased the rent. So I practically was changing school every year. Because when we then moved to the new place, I have to change the school. And it affected my educational background. My English was very poor. Even today, some of you still spot errors when I do articles. But you see, my money terminates all those insults. Hallelujah. You speak the grammar. I have the money. Okay. Sometimes I get some of those social media trollers. And they will do it with anger. Like, there was an error in the writer. Continue, Mr. English. Right? Let me keep the money. But that was the background I had. At some point, my parents were tired. They literally bought a land in one bush, no running water, no electricity. The water we were drinking was like milk. Right? Practically. And the same me, last week in the US, right, went into contract to acquire 40-acre property in Houston, Texas, USA. That same boy. According to the records we have now, we're on our way to building the largest green and smart estates in America. And we started here in Nigeria. Tell me something is impossible. Are we together now? Nothing is what? It's impossible. There are people who still knew me 10 years ago. In this same Nigeria, I was still struggling in my office in Ogba 10 years ago. Then what God can do in the life of a man. But the beginning is that you must believe that your story can change. You must have the audacity that you can become wealthy. You must have, it's the audacity, ladies and gentlemen. It is the audacity. I am not a fan of the president of Nigeria, But I respect him for one thing. The man has guts. And if there's one thing you must speak as a young man in the last election, the election is over, by the way. Supreme Court has decided. We have my Lord Justice here. Is there anything else we can do? Supreme Court has decided. Are we together now? But you and I can look at that situation and say, what is the positive I can learn from my president? And that one positive is his audacity. Are you listening to me now? The audacity to succeed. Do I have audacious people here? How many of you are audacious that you will be a rich man in this country? Come on, I need your energy. I need you to shout. That is the beginning. The mindset must change. I don't care what I've experienced in this country. In this same country, I would make it. In this same country. I remember sharing this story. Growing up, my mother was a civil servant and she had 5 children to raise. And my father's business had crumbled. So each time she gets salary, it's never enough. Never enough. So I will never forget this. My mother would take me to our neighbors to say, you know how they say in Yoruba, Omo yin fe lọ school. Your son is about to go to school. Can you please borrow us money? And they will look at my mom from head to toe. They will look at me too from head to toe. And the answer remains the same. We cannot give you. Ladies and gentlemen, in 15 years, God has used me and our company to pay school fees of 10,000 children. 10,000. The audacity to believe that you can make it. How many of you believe that? That in this country, I will make it. If that's all you are taking away, that's enough. That in this nation, where I be tenant, I will own estate, I will build cities. In this same country, where I have threats, we will ride in Rolls Royce. We will own private jets. And it will be legitimate. Am I making sense at all? It will be what? Legitimate. We will do it the right way. That is the first mindset shift that I want you to have. It is possible. Now, I know some of you say, but you know, young people, these older people, they've cornered the thing. But you have AI. They didn't have that. You have social media. They didn't have that. There are levelers. Technology is a leveler. Type your neighbor, say neighbor. Technology is a leveler. Because you have technology, your speed can be faster. Look at what's happening today. Some people became bank MDs in this country at 35. And when they became bank MD, they raised the bar. For you to even own a bank, you must have 50 billion. But see what my young people are doing. See how Kuda, if there is a tech company, is it Titan? The Titan swallowed Union Bank of 20-something years. Technology is a leveler. See what's happening with Flutterwave. Listen, if the cup is either half full or what, half empty, it's up to you. Yes, the system may be coming against us, but we have other things that can get us to move up at a faster pace. Are you learning at all? So you go figure that out. But you must start by believing that you can make it. That it is possible. Number 2, mindset. And this is very, very important. You must surround yourself with quality people. Everybody say OQP. Oh, I need energy now. We are young people here. Only quality people. So your friend is smoking Indian hemp and cocaine, and that's your friend. Right? You will soon be dancing on the street naked. Only quality people. Who are your friends? I tell people friendship is not by force, it's by choice. If you are not going anywhere, you can't be my friend. You cannot. There is a minimum requirement to be my friend. You can choose, it's normal for people can even tell you, oh, Stephen Akita, that guy is my guy, it's my friend. That's his own cup of tea. But before me, I will say, you are my friend. There is a standard. Because I know where I am going. Is this making sense at all? So you must begin to ask yourself, who are these friends that I'm keeping? Where are they going? What is their dreams and their aspirations? 2016, I remember, our company today will do 200 million in transaction. Tomorrow, we will do 300 million. I said, I'm tired of this. I want to start doing billions in transaction. And my first decision that year is that I need billionaires as friends. My first billionaire friend is into construction. And I remember the following year, I had moved to a new house. I felt at least this is befitting to invite my billionaire friend. I will not embarrass myself, right? So I invited him and he came. And so it was January of that year. And I remember saying January. In my mind, I wanted to say bad month. But as I said January, he said good news. So I held my own bad month. And my friend said, you won't believe it. This month, 2 of our projects has been, a contract has come through. He said the first one is 3.7 billion. I swallowed my saliva. He said the other one is 4 billion. He now opened his phone, said the first one remitted 400 million as mobilization. The other one's 500. He said this is not even an alert. This is an alarm. It can blow your phone. I said that's true. Suddenly, the minute I wanted to say bad month, I said yes, this January, we too, we are coming up with something. Do you see how the right people can influence you? Since that year, January has now become my best month. I have more money in January than any other month. Because I was influenced by the right relationship. Is this making sense at all? Are we together? All this, everybody is suffering. I'm not part of you people. Right? Some of you even say negative word just so that you can fit into the mix. I was still wearing faded clothes in Osu when I told my mates, look at me very well. I may not look like it. I'm a very rich man. They will laugh. Am I not now? Are we learning at all? Change your friends. Some of you should carry your phone right now and start deleting some names. Just delete. Just press the delete button. This one does not fit anymore. This one, we can't go. It's not going where I'm going. Right? And just start deleting them. So, number 2 thing, if you want your mind to change, is what? Only quality people. We've come for this event. Some of you should be checking out at the participants and say, who is a quality person that I can network with in this meeting. That's what you think. And sometimes people will tell me, and hear this, you can become a millionaire by hard work. Yes. You can become a multi-millionaire by smart work. In other words, you can get yourself into only 10 million, in fact, possibly 100 million by being smart. But you can never be a billionaire until you add network to it. Did you hear what I said? Hard work plus smart work plus network equals a billionaire. You should write that down. Hard work plus smart work plus what? Network. So your work and smart work will not make you a billionaire until you add network to it. This is the reason why you see rich people going to golf, right? Going for expensive meeting. You think they are going there to waste time. No, they've gone to do business. They've gone to network. Haven't you noticed Dangote doing the same? This person's burial, this person's wedding. Do you think they have that time to be in your mind? Why do you think they are going there? Oh, they want to dance. They can't. Even the artists can be brought into their living room to perform. Do you understand what I'm talking about? But maybe that event, 10 governors will be there. You guys don't study, eh? You just hate all rich people. You know, that's one of the funny things. A lot of young people hate rich people, and yet they hate poverty. You can't pick the two. Because you do not attract what you resist. For you to be able to replicate the result people have, you must celebrate who they are. Are you listening to me now? It's when you celebrate who they are, you will now start taking notes of the values and the principles that made them who they are. And I know some of you say, but Dr. Steve, I don't want to be a billionaire. I'm so sorry. Even me, I never started wanting to be a billionaire. I only just realized that the way Nigeria is going, average equal poverty. By just what has happened to the dollar versus naira now, some people have slipped down the ladder. I don't know why you get what I'm saying. So nobody wake up to say they want to be poor. Your parents that you're calling poor now, they didn't start life wanting to be poor. They just want something average. But you see, the system has a way of dropping you, which is why you must go for the best. Tap your neighbor, say neighbor, neighbor. We are not doing average. No. Tap another neighbor, say neighbor, neighbor. We are not doing average. We are going for the topmost top. Number 3 mindset shift you must have if you're going to be as successful is called character. Everybody shout character. Oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. Better. If your intention to be rich is so that you can show those who have mocked you, I'm sorry, God may not give you wealth. You know there are some people like that. The only reason they want to be rich is Mama Shukura that have told me I will not make it. They go take her. See me now. That's not for you. You see, humility is power under control. Humility is what? Humility is what? I tell people the best revenge is result. Result terminates what? Insult. Steve Harvey, I don't know if you know Steve Harvey. He used to have a teacher that when they asked him, what do you want to be? I want to become a TV host. The teacher looked at him and said, what nonsense are you talking about? Who in your family has ever become a TV host? In this entire town, who has ever become? And the person washed him down. And he says today he gives his teacher a brand new television every year so that she can watch him. You know, I mean, you can only watch television and not watch Steve Harvey. Am I making sense at all? Because he's the one, he has family free. He has, right? Is this Steve Harvey? Right? He has family. He has a lot of TV shows. So he says, result is the best way to terminate insult. But character must be there. That even when God lifts you, you are a man and a woman of what? Of character. First of all, the integrity is important. How did you get the wealth? It's critical. Second of all, what is the way? How do you carry yourself even when God now bless you? Are you looking for who to oppress? Are you looking for who to pull down? Or you are looking for how many people you can lift up? I tell people this, and it's a popular quote. You see, skill will take you places. Character will keep you there. Character will what? Character will what? Character will what? Will keep you there. Skill will take you places, but character will keep you there. Many people have risen and fallen. Why they fell was that they did not maintain good character. There is a way. There's a Yoruba will say, "Tomodeba mowowe ababajan." One of the things I've had people who are great say about me, some said it behind me, some said in my presence, including President Obasanjo, is that you are seeing a young man doing well, but is well-mannered. And that's why many of them identify with me. I don't do politics. I'm not a politician. Right? But you see a lot of people who are successful wanting to associate because they know this is a man who is successful, but he added character to it. Are you listening to me now? You must work on your character. I was sharing with one of my friends who is a widow and is about remarrying. And I said, oh, the person you want to remarry, because he lost his wife, is he young? He said, no. He said, this young generation, I just can't deal with them. He said, even the way they talk to themselves. And And that is greeting, oh. That's not fight, oh. That is not character. We must understand that this is Africa. Even when we disagree, we do it with courtesy. We are people of value. You can disagree with your elders, but you do it with respect. Am I making sense at all? You do it what? With respect. This one, you just use vulgar words anyhow. In the name of, I see some of you do it on social media. The person that if you see me in real life, his orderly will roast you. You will now start chatting nonsense on his page. Right? Because there is social media. And one day you will now come and ask for a job. Wake up. Tell your neighbor, have character, have character. And this leads me to the next point, and I will stop here. Honor. Everybody say honor. The biggest secret to accessing great people. Because remember, I told you earlier, it is network that gets you to become a billionaire. In other words, your ability to start rubbing shoulders with those who are already extremely rich. Now, how will they give you access to their life? The secret is what? Is honor. I realize that one of the biggest problems of poor people is that we lack, in the process of poverty, we lack honor. We forget that word called honor. And what you don't know is that people who are successful are already too used to honor. They have a chef, they have a driver, they have a cook, and everybody says, yes sir, yes sir. Then you want to access them. They say, no, we're contemporary, we're Gen Z. How are you? Somebody old enough to be your father. They say, you're good? We are not good. We are not what? We are not good. You must learn honor. Is this making sense at all? You must learn what? There are some people who are old in my organization, and some of them are 20 years older than I do. And sometimes intentionally I call them Mr. I pay their salary. You must learn to honor people. This culture of just talking anyhow, just behaving anyhow, and you say, it's our generation. No, it's not your generation. It's an attitude that you must correct if you must get to the top. Are we listening to me now? If you must what? Get to the top. You must learn to honor people. I'll give you a practical example. How many of you work here? Let me see your hands up. You work. You have a job now. They pay you salary. Okay? A few of you. So what happened to the rest? You don't have a job? Okay. Someone should remind me on that you don't have a job. Right? Someone should remind me on that. Because that's another excuse you give. For your information, when I finished school, I didn't have a job too. I printed 100 CV. Right? And guess what I added to the CV? I had a cover letter that says, do not pay me salary for 6 months until I prove myself. And the first place, hear this, you would think it will work. It didn't work. The first place I took the CV to, right, the guy looked at me and said, there's no table and chair that we can give you, so we won't take you. So one day, hear this story. A man invited me to his house for breakfast as his guest. So while we were eating breakfast, he was so happy to see me. In fact, he served me himself. And when we were eating, I said, do you know I applied in your company so years ago? And I said, do not pay me salary for 6 months. And the person I met said there's no table and chair. He said, who is the person? If he's in this company, we will fire him. If he's not in this company, we will hire him and then we'll fire him. That man's name is Fela Dotwe. God can lift a man. Right? All these excuses you are giving, we've all been there. Right? The way the devil traps some of us is to make you look as if you are the only one that has the problem. We all navigated this. The third place I took my CV to, the man looked at me. He said, Stephen, there is no job in Nigeria. And I'm talking of 15 years ago. He said, but I noticed in your CV, you started business on campus. He said, go and continue. He said, one day you will be shocked how far this business will go. That was the last place I ever put my CV. I started a bulk SMS business with 1,000 naira. And then I continue. If I remember, then I would do photocopy, buy bulk SMS, 1 naira. I'll be posting it. I posted from Songwater, who knows Lagos very well, Songwater to Ikeja along. One day I started from 10 a.m. By the time I'll get back to Songwater, it was 12:30 a.m. the next day. I was coming down from Mulwe. I was not trying to cry. The tears started rolling down my eye. I wasn't planning to cry. You know, the thought just say, and you a graduate. And you are suffering like this. And I will never forget, I believe it's the Holy Ghost. He said, why are you crying? One day you tell people this story, they will say you are lying. He said, it's a process. Tap your neighbor, say, this is a process. Oh, tap another neighbor, say, neighbor. This one you are going through is a process. Your life will so be colorful that when you tell people you went through this phase, they will never believe you. One of the things I did, and I encourage you, and that's why I said I will address this no job. In the whole of that, the first skill I picked up was to start selling for people and be the middleman. And one of those businesses was real estate. I became a middleman. I was good with the internet. I used to do WhatsApp broadcasts then, and I've always been good with telling stories, with articles. So I'll do my article, just encouraging people. The last paragraph, I sell land. You know, you can get discount. The last paragraph. My first real estate client, when I was selling for another company, I met the client the day the client came to pay. That was the first time. It was all online. And that opened me up to the power of the internet. And I started selling for more companies. 8 years later, 8 years ago, I got an opportunity so that you guys know that all this I need money to start business is the mistake you are making. I had become successful at digital marketing and training people how to use the internet to sell their business. And I did a training in my office. I said, one day I'll soon start my own real estate development too. I'm already selling property. After the class, one of the students, a man said, I would like to see you. He said, I have 250 acres in Ikorodu. I'm struggling to sell. That's why I came for your class. You're a man of integrity and you have the capacity to sell. I will give you 50 acres. As you sell, pay me. That's how we started real estate development 8 years ago. And I'm sharing this to encourage. I don't know, are you encouraged? Right? Because I don't want this to be like, you hear the man is this, and you don't know the step-by-step process. That you too can start with where you are. Right? But there was a problem to that offer. When I got to the land in Ikorodu, there was water that we cannot even get to the place. To Sanfil, to where my own land will now start from, will take me over 100 million. I took my brother there. He said, it is well. I took one of my best friend who is a top into real estate. He said, look, those who do this kind of thing are those who are very rich. You are just starting. You can't do water land. But hear this, I'll never forget this. I said to him, I have learned over the years to do the impossible with the available. God will always do the impossible in your life with the what? With the available. Always ask yourself, it may not be enough, but it's enough. There's a story in the Bible of that widow that came to a prophet. I said, debtors, they are all over me. My husband died. He used to work for you. In fact, it was an indictment to the prophet. But the man died. It was so much bill. And what did Elisha ask the woman? What did she reply? She said, I had nothing. That's the first statement. I have nothing except. And most of us, that's our problem. Oh, I have nothing. Oh. I can't do it. Oh. I have nothing except that I have 20,000 people on my Instagram. Start there. That 20,000 people, your capital will come out of it. Your first sales will come out of it. And the commission from that sale can turn your life around. Are you listening to me now? So if you are among those who claim you don't have a job, I have an office here in Port Harcourt, in Harmony Estate. Right? I think they are doing a training next week, Saturday. It's free. They will teach you how to sell next week. Right? Can you stand up and wave your hand? They will teach you how to sell. Stand up now, Mr. David. So you see this man. Wave your hand so that they see your face very well. Wave. So you can see him. Okay? And they will train you. They will show you videos of people who joined us. 2 months later, they were getting 6 million naira cash as commission. They will show you people who joined our company 12 years later, got brand new car. Brand, not Tokumbo, brand new. You will meet them. Life human being. Martha is one of them. She's not even CEO of one of our subsidiaries. She earned car twice. 2 years back to back. And she was just like you. She graduated, no job, and walked into the office, but she was open-minded, determined, committed, and her life has changed. She has been to 3 countries, Dubai twice, Maldives once, all expense paid trip by the company we have. That thing, one thing I can guarantee you, if you ever have opportunity to, be an agent or get internship in any company or branches that I own, they've shown you all the branches we have. I can assure you, if you have these mindsets that I've taught you today, the sky is the beginning. So, right? Thank you, ma. I have a gift for you guys, so let's go to that. Unfortunately, I couldn't use my slide. I really wish I could use it. It was a fantastic presentation, but again, I thought I could use, I would have loved if I had used the slide. I have a gift for you guys today. Are you happy to know that? This is one of my books. It's called Maximizing Your Real Estate Investment. The book goes for $47, and I'm giving you for free today. So you can scan this QR code. You can scan the QR code. It will just ask for your name and your name and email, and the ebook will now be sent to your email for you to be able to download. Does that make sense? If you are not able to see the scanning well, you can go to the back. They have a stand at the back. This side of the auditorium. Our team are there. I also have 5 of my books that you can pay for. I think the ebook goes for the entire 5 goes for 50,000, but I give you a discount to get it for 25,000. Are you happy to know that? And then the physical copy, if you are getting all the 5, instead of 200,000, you can get it for 120. They are foreign print, that's why they're expensive. And if you also want just one of it, it's 47K, but you can get it for 25,000. On this side of the hall, just go meet them. They have the books available for you. Tomorrow, I'm doing a practical training, and guess what? It's 100% guarantee, money back guarantee training at the Meridian Hotel. It's to break down 7 ways you can make money from real estate. 7, right? And most of it you can start at your level. Is this making sense at all? If I started my company with just 1,000 naira, $10, and today we control over $100 million worth of real estate asset in Dubai, US, UK, and Africa, I think I know something to teach you. Do you agree with me? So if you can make it, there's the physical version, there's the Zoom version, and I've approved that because the early bid was 100,000 and it has closed, so the current fee is 200,000. But if you really want to come today, I think the first 5 of you, I will approve that they allow you come for just 100,000 naira. It includes dinner with me, certificates, and the training materials. Okay, so just go to them at that side of the hall. Next, I'm hosting CEOs. So again, I realized that the real estate sector, a lot of people just start real estate and they are just bastardizing this. My other friends, we will break down some of the things you need to begin to work on. It's not just we are selling land, we are estate, we are building houses. You need to put structure, right? Sometimes I'm out of Nigeria for 6 months. Some branches are countries we have offices. I don't go there for 6 months. They run because we put a structure that can make the company run with or without me being involved. Does this make sense? So we have Izuwama that will be teaching on management. We have Adeola will be teaching on a lot of what we call estates, family estates. How do you structure your business for the next generation? We have Lanre Olushola, a lot of you should know him. We'll be talking about the mindset. Olumide Emmanuel will be talking about issues of regulation, Omonile, Wahala, how to handle all these issues when acquiring property. My wife, my beautiful wife, BC, will be talking about, yeah? Please clap now. My wife. Clap. Right? My wife will be practical. I mean, she's the closest human being to me, and she will be letting you into some deeper dimension of how you really need to wire your life as a CEO. Right? We have Kehinde. Kehinde will be sharing on how to start a whole community of real estate brokerage and make money from that. We have Dr. Adebayo will be teaching on mortgage. We have our group CEO. I'm no longer the CEO of our company. I'm just a chairman. I'm like an investor like everyone. I'm hoping they do well and I make profit, right? So we now have a group CEO. He's a Pakistani. He's had over 20-something years as an investment banker. He operates from Dubai and Nigeria. He's coming back into the country next week. So he will be sharing with you how do you raise capital, institutional investors for your business. And then we have other people as well, John Obidi, some of you know. Some young people should know John Obidi as well, right? So how do you create a digital community and all that? So if you can attend, it will be a great one. I'm sure it's not for most of you, but a few of you can attend that would be great. Next, my last gift for you. Where is the Stephen Akita University? So we have a portal called, is an e-learning, is my greatest legacy, called the Stephen Akita University. It has over 1,000 video contents, including Grant Cardone, Les Brown, John Maxwell, Brian Tracy. And I'm not talking of a session we did, and we told them, talk to us as Africans. How do we change our story? Right? As well as a lot of my content. So it's a master class platform. You will learn real estate, how to be an author and a speaker, how do you make money from software, vending, I mean all manner of businesses. And I hope one day Nigerian government will partner with us on that project, honestly, to be able to make it either affordable or free for young people. Because it's a platform that in a couple of months you can start your own business and literally scale, right? We don't teach you how to look for a job there. It's how to start your own business and turn things around. So for those of you who are getting the entire 5 books at the stand, good news, you are getting 1 month access to the Stephen Akita University worth $247 for free. Okay? 1 month free access. And I hope you take advantage of it, because the other thing to get access is the other thing to take your time and watch those hours. Some of you watch Nollywood, Netflix, 4 hours, 8 hours a day, but you can't sit down and give it 2 hours of what will change your life. So I hope you will value it and take advantage. One more time, celebrate.